Wow. Let's get rid of that and get rid of that with the help of Spell Lab. I came home to this beauty today. I ordered it on Thursday after hours. And what is today? Tuesday? Wednesday? That's awesome. So they probably created the order Friday, shipped, and it is on my doorstep. This is a 5-inch exhaust for the Cummins. Ooh, look at that. It's been a little while. Had to clean up all the fall stuff. Definitely need to modify that downpipe. I'm gonna kick it and try and get it to go down in there. I could probably squeeze a 5 in there, honestly. If I bend that line a little bit, I think I could squeeze a 5. We'll see. We will cross that bridge when the time comes, which is very soon. I am off for 6 days this weekend. Yay me. So this is what you get out of the box from Spell Lab. You get the full 5-inch. There you go. I might try and polish that little section up once it's on the truck. Up over the axle, there's the hangers. You can long bed, short bed, whatever you need. And here is the downpipe. I've got some downpipes before that have had some very questionable flanges, but this guy right here is beef. That's a solid piece of machined stainless steel, so there's going to be no deformity from this. I've got one in the past that was just stamped and it leaked like a sieve, but I know if you guys have the correct turbo outlet, this thing will not leak. Get a good clamp on there and you'll be good to go. So here's the downpipe. Obviously, I'm gonna have to modify this for my compound setup in the Dodge, but easy peasy, that's really no big deal. Comes with the clamps and an adjustable hanger, long bed, short bed, whatever you need. So there you guys go. Now let's get to it. All right, so there's the rear section all laid out, and this is the rest of my piping. I dropped that and bent it, so that's on me. I will fix it, but obviously this should go together nicely. A couple different sections: long bed, single cab, long bed, extra cab, clamps. You see everything, and then the downpipe right there. This is for an 04.5 to 07, so that just has to do with the downpipe configuration. From the downpipe all the way back on all 2nd gen, 3rd gen, 4th gens, it's all the same. The trans mount hanger needs to be tweaked just a hair, but the downpipe needed to get modded regardless. So that's what we're gonna do. Let's put it on there, make it work, good to go. All right, so fast forward. I'm gonna work from the back forward. The exhaust is in. I did have to move some hangers around, no big deal. I'll hop under there and show you. But the task at hand is going from this outlet. This can get pushed up a little bit. I think I might be able to fit a 5 in there. And have it go back to there. Let's see. There we go. I think a 90, maybe a 90 down to here, and then a 45, and then another 45. I'd like to keep it all 5-inch, and it just might work. Game plan is to come out of the turbo with this. I'm gonna go ahead and cut it right about here. We'll angle it over. The way this is orientated, I'm gonna have to cut it right here, cut this flange off, and there'll be one of my 45s. I'll add a straight piece, and then I have some more 5-inch bends, and hopefully we can get a 45, and it might almost work. I might have to heat it up and dent like a square out so it won't rattle against the frame, but dude, this is gonna turn out nice. So first blood, I cut the teardrop off of the downpipe. We can kind of see what I'm working with. It's gonna be close to this. I didn't anticipate that, but I'm gonna angle it the other way. Actually, it looks like we're gonna clear the AC lines, no problem. This can get tucked up a little, so I can honestly come up, but it doesn't really help my interference here. If I gotta just dink that 5-inch, not really tripping on it. So looks like this might work out pretty nice. Cool. Just a chop saw boy out here. So all the fabrication is done. You can see that right there comes off the turbo, turns. I got a slip joint right there. So this downpipe is essentially 2 pieces off the turbo, and then right where the frame rail is, there's going to be another clamp, and then that goes to essentially it'd be like the downpipe back, and everything seems to fit pretty nice. In the next hour or so, probably welding everything up. I'm going to barbecue paint and heat wrap both of these. I only had to dent the pinch weld of the cab, which is awesome. I didn't really want to have to get into the floor too much. I don't think I'm even going to have to touch the piping, which is great. You know, smashing the pipe, everything kind of bends, and it's not great. But yeah, let's do it. Boys and girls, I painted these with some barbecue paint yesterday. Even though they're stainless, this one's full stainless, that one has a section of mild steel in it. Not a big deal. It is the exhaust. It was MIG welded. I don't really care. This is post turbine. I'll even MIG weld some hot pipes. It ain't a big deal if you know what you're doing and take special care. But this is for the exhaust. It's all done. That comes out of the turbo right there. Down, this is right along the frame rail, and then frame rail right in the middle there is where the seam, the pinch weld of the cab is, and then this dips down and connects with the standard Spell Lab turbo back. All right, so we're under the truck here. You can see that's my compound turbo oil feed line. This is the trans. Here is where the standard downpipe would connect, and that is how much I had to dent the floor, which is not too much. That's mainly just the pinch weld, and you just snake this mid pipe up in there, and it meets that turbo right there. So really wasn't too difficult. Full 5-inch, pretty pumped. With the intermediate downpipe on, you could see what we're working with right there. Might need to dent the frame, or might need to dent the pipe, might not. I guess we'll cross that bridge. I want to see how much this engine rocks. It honestly slipped together pretty nice. It is a little close to my turbo oil feed. When you do a multiple piece exhaust, I always like to start at the turbo, make sure everything's loose, get this nice and tight, angle it how you want it. You know, this is a hand's width from this AC line. I'm going to heat wrap all this, and I'm probably going to throw a little heat sleeve around that stainless braided oil line down there. And I'm actually going to heat wrap probably, you know, from that clamp, because I'm going to have a clamp that goes on there, that goes to the back. At least heat wrap the section near the trans, and we will go from there. But all in all, fits good. I always like to get this nice and tight. Tighten the V-band, make sure it's snug, tighten the crap out of it, then go here and then work your way back. You don't want to start back there and then have this one all shitty and then be leaking under the hood. So ideally tight, and just work your way on back. So pretty pumped on how this turned out. I'm gonna pull it back off real quick, which is actually really easy. Maybe I could do this one-handed and show you guys how easy it really does come out. Nobody watches my YouTube videos anyway, so it won't matter if it's a little extra long. That's it. Probably couldn't see much on video, but it just kind of, you bring it off and just kind of work it back and it'll slide out. You can see what I was talking about the turbo drain. It's a little close, but You see how this has a sleeve? I'll probably end up doubling up the sleeve on this and then put a sleeve on that also and heat wrap the exhaust. Should be fine. So let me pull that one off, heat wrap that, and then final assembly, and then we're on for some noises. Looks like I got plenty of heat wrap to do everything I need, and some stainless steel zip ties. In a pinch, I'll use stainless steel tie wire, but I prefer these. You could see this is 5-inch. Normally I like to put the piece of pipe in the vise, and so I could really pull on it. Some people like to wet the exhaust stuff. I don't care for that. It does cut down on the itch, but it's not what I like to do. I don't like to work with it when it's wet. I just like to put it on dry, and then you could tighten it up. Wear gloves, wear a t-shirt you can throw away, or a long sleeve t-shirt. And yeah, let's do it. I think I could have planned that better. That little extra bit that I had legitimately came out perfect with a little bit left over for that to fit on there. Came out real nice. Pumped on that. I always use a little baling wire just to stop it so it won't unroll. And then I'll do that one. That again should be plenty. That should be more than enough to do that whole piece. So this is some heat reflective material that I like to wrap oil lines or whatever in. Normally they're a pain in the ass to cut. I just have sheets of it, but these things did put in work. What I like to do is I'll wrap this around the line you're trying to protect, you know, a few times. And you don't want to wrap it tight because when there's an air gap in there, that provides added insulation. But definitely use plastic zip ties. Why, you might ask? I like to use plastic because you could really get a good judge of how much heat this piece is being subjected to. If you're ever curious, you go and just, if it's a lot, the zip ties will just crack and crumble, or maybe they might even melt. But I like to use these just to see, is it really getting hot or is it just all in your head? But yeah, there's a little tip. Okie doke, so the heat wrap is on there. Like I said, plastic zip ties let you know how much heat this is being subjected to. And heat wrap on there. All right, boys and girls, let's go. That is all installed. It was kind of a pain in the ass, not gonna lie. I'll do a quick look underneath. Starting in the back by the rear end, come up, trans cross member, there we go. See if I can zoom out a little. You can see there's that infamous tab on the trans. It's close. I could stick a finger in there. We'll see if it wibbles and wobbles. I got a finger gap on the frame, and you guys can see in there how much room I have on the cab. Not too bad. Not too bad. That's it, boys and girls. Spell Lab got me fitted and got my truck fitted. I got the full 5-inch exhaust completely finished up on the truck. The custom downpipe that I had to do, since my truck is compound turbo, is done. Fits great. Here's what it looks like out the back. Now, what y'all been waiting for, let's get a sound clip. I've yet to go over any bumps or take it on a real drive, so I'm not sure if there's any interference issues, but This is a fully round 5-inch. I kept my AC lines. I did dent the cab a little bit, no big deal. Other than that, an exhaust hanger needed to be changed because it's for a 3rd gen Cummins, so the exhaust hanger is a little different. No big deal, you know, 10-15 minutes with a welder, get you on your way. I am super excited on how that thing came out. Spell Lab took care of me and I'm extremely satisfied. A little bit of custom downpipe work, no problem. All the rest of it was the easy part. OBS Bryce saves you guys a little bit of cash on the Spell Lab website. If you guys are interested, check them out. Fits 3rd gen, 4th gen, you know, 2nd gen with a little bit of mods as I specified. We're in the market for a budget-friendly, high-quality stainless steel exhaust. Definitely check out Spell Lab. If you guys have anything you need to see that I didn't cover, leave me a comment on here, Instagram, whatever. Like, subscribe, do all that fun stuff, or don't. Yeah, OBS Bryce.